Whilst editing this video, the badges, some of them don't actually appear in like proper sort of picture. I apologise for that, but please do enjoy the video anyway. Nice one. 2,000 Brother fans have got to go there and hopefully roar us onto a victory. But you know what it is? It's hard to see now. I can't take it at Norwich. I can't stand Norwich. It's that club that just irritates me. So guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video, and of course, you know, the time is here once again to, of course, predict my 2020-2021 championship season. Now, I'm absolutely not being biased throughout any of this. Listen, I'm not put Borough to win the league or anything like that. I've not been biased in the slightest bit. I've been as realistic as I possibly can. Put your team whereabouts I think, you know, they will finish, go from obviously top to bottom. The teams at the relegation places, I ain't put you there just because I don't like you. I put you there because I genuinely think that's where you're going to finish. And of course, somebody's got to finish inside the bottom three. So apologies if you take any offence, that's if it is your team. Of course, teams at the top, same again. Of course, I don't think you'd take much offence, so I think you'd be pretty happy with whoever to place your team. But listen, there's absolutely no bias. I'm just being as honest and as realistic as I possibly can be now. Let's jump into it. Now then, a team finishing in 24th position is a team that have come up recently. Or should I say, you know, last season, through the playoffs. Everybody knows what it is now, Wycombe Wanderers. Somebody had to finish 24th, and unfortunately for Wycombe Wanderers, I do think it's going to be them. They haven't really signed anybody of great sort of potential. They have, it hasn't really hit the market as, like, you know, an outstanding player signed for Wycombe. Of course, you know, they've had a big man up front, Akinfenwa, a massive threat, a massive danger, just built on his strength and everything else that goes into him. But, you know, I don't think it's going to be enough to obviously, you know, keep inside this league. And I think, unfortunately for Wycombe Wanderers, I think it will be a relegation for them. And unfortunately, I do think that they will finish 24th. So sorry, lads and lasses, but I do think that's where the team will finish. In 23rd, again, you know, it's another League One team. This team goes up and down like a yo-yo with absolutely no disrespect to them. Because, of course, you know, I do have Rotherham fans on this channel as well. But there you go, just give it away. Rotherham United to finish 23rd for me. I just don't think, again, a bit like Wycombe, you know, come up and come down. Apart from Wycombe, obviously, you know, Wycombe do not come up and come down all the time. But Rotherham United do. And I think a lot of that comes down to maybe the board. I think, you know, expectation, obviously, you know, I'm sure it's high. But unfortunately, you know, not enough money gets spent each season to, you know, to try and compete with this championship sort of league. And unfortunately, I think Rotherham United will see another relegation and unfortunately finish 23rd. In 22nd, I really like this team. I really do. But last season, stayed up for the skin of their teeth. You know, Wigan's point deduction definitely helped them out. You can't deny that, listen, their scenes at Brentford last game of the season was absolutely outstanding. And listen, I love the lads over at Tykes TV as well. But I'm going to have to put Barnsley at 22nd inside the table. I don't want to do it, because it's alright, I do like Barnsley as a football club, but I do think as well it's going to be so tight down the bottom end of that sort of table. Anyone could probably go down from probably, I don't know, 18th to possibly 24th, but unfortunately for Barnsley, and listen, I hold my hands up, I'm so sorry, but I do think that Barnsley will go down along with Rotherham and Wycombe Wanderers. Over in 21st position, I think that, you know, this team did struggle last season, and they probably have done ever since they came down from the Premier League. That's Huddersfield Town. They have a good squad there, and I don't know why on earth this team isn't higher up than what they possibly are each season. So yeah, for that reason, Huddersfield, you're going 21st for me. Luton Town, I'm going to go 20th. Same again, you know, last season had some unbelievable performance, you know, towards the sort of back end of the season. But they are a bit inconsistent inside this championship. Hey, listen, last season, fantastic to try and stay up. And who knows, maybe this season they might sign somebody and possibly kick on. But I just don't see them really, you know, competing high inside this table. But I think if Luton are to stay inside this league once again, second season on the bounce, that's a fantastic achievement for them. So yeah, 20th position for Luton. Nothing spectacular, but you know, Luton to stay up for me. Yeah, I reckon their fan base are pretty happy with that. Next one is Coventry City. I actually think Coventry might do an alright job inside the championship. I'm not going to lie to you. You know, I thought League One, they absolutely smashed it, to be fair to them. And I do think that maybe, you know, inside the championship, and how many teams have you seen that come from League One, done so well, and then carried it on into the championship? And I think Coventry City could be one of them teams. So yeah, I think Coventry City finished in 19th for me. In 18th position is the team from London. It's QPR. Same again, they only have a decent team, But unfortunately for them, they don't really seem to kick on ever since the years of Joey Barton, really. So, yeah, for me, I'm going to put QPR in 18th position. In 17th, I'm going to put Reading. Same again, you know, they have a good team again. But unfortunately, again, a bit inconsistent each season. And often cost them each season as well. They're not maybe go up or down. I'm going to put them at 17th. A pretty average season for Reading, for me. Next one, of course, is Stoke City. Recently, I've heard that, you know, these lads want to try and sign John Obi Mikel, to which if you get him, or that's if he's already signed, he's an absolute worthy of a signing. For Middlesbrough inside the Championship, he was like our most best player. Everyone loved him. So listen, Stoke fans, you're going to have a great time with obviously John Obi Mikel. But I think 16th position, it's so weird watching Stoke, you know, with the team they've got, to actually struggle inside this Championship. Like, for me personally, I want to see Stoke back inside the Premier League. It's a great away day. And listen, that team's actually really good. But for some reason, they just can't seem to kick on inside this Championship. And for me, it makes no sense. So I think for me, Stoke City, mid-table finish-ish. I'm going to go for a 16th place Stoke City finish. In 15th, this team could have been relegated, to be fair. Sheffield Wednesday. Again, home and away, they're okay, but more so at home, they are a little bit poor, a little bit inconsistent. Away from home, they normally do okay. But yeah, for me, doing okay will not get you up. And I think, yeah, Sheffield Wednesday finishing 15th for me. In 14th, of course, ex-Borough man, A.J.T, of course, you know, he has just recruited George Friend into his defence. It's a weird one for Birmingham. You know, Birmingham can either smash the league and obviously, you know, finish inside that top 6 or even inside that top 2, which Borough did underneath Karanka, or could stay mid-table. And I feel like Karanka's first season, if he can keep them sort of mid-table, you know, try and bring in the players that he wants, try and build a team around them, and then, of course, you know, following season, maybe stick them a bit more higher. I think Birmingham City will finish 14th, but I don't think it'll all be bad, because, of course, as I say, following season, who knows? Karanka might, you know, take them up even further. In 13th, Bristol City. Inconsistent a little bit away from home, especially. At home, they're normally decent. Again, you know, cracking away at Ashton Gate. You know, I've been there about 5 times. It's absolutely fantastic away day. But unfortunately for them, I think, again, mid-table finish, 13th position. It won't be too bad. You know, I do think that, you know, Bristol City have still got a long way to go until they sort of challenge inside this division, inside that top 2 maybe. I think top 6 is maybe it could be in there for them, but, you know, sacking Lee Johnson and not really bringing in anybody of a high level so far, you know. And for me, personally, I just think, yeah, Bristol City 13th, mid-table finish. Blackburn the same. I think Blackburn will finish in 12th position. Of course, again, decent team, decent manager, to be fair, legend in Tony Mowbray. But again, inconsistency has cost them a little bit over the couple of years. So I think Blackburn Rovers finished 12th this season. Derby County. Wayne Rooney's in there, experienced player. But whenever you think about Derby County, the only player that ever comes to your head is probably Wayne Rooney and maybe Tom Lawrence. You know, the year that Frank Lampard was there, they had a really good season. Mason Mount was in there, fantastic player. But now, of course, now you know, now he's obviously at Chelsea. I don't see Derby doing much this season apart from finishing mid-table. Seems like a few teams around them. I do think a bit of inconsistency will cost them. Of course, you know, they could kick on a little bit this season, but I don't think they'll do much this season at all, to be honest with you. And I think Derby County to finish 11th. Over in 10th position, I've actually put Middlesbrough now. People talk about Neil Warnock, about all the promotions that you've ever had, and everything else. I think he needs to be backed, and so far he hasn't been backed by Steve Gibson. Now listen, okay, there's still a lot of transfer window open, but I'm not being biased. I genuinely think Borough can finish 12th to 10th, somewhere inside that region. Anything higher would be an absolute bonus for me. Of course, I want to see my team go up to the Premier League, but I think that Borough need the right sort of squad, and at this moment in time, I don't think we've got it. Listen, if Borough went up, I'd be absolutely over the moon, but again, you know, I'd be a little bit in fear of Borough coming back down due to us not really having the right sort of team, if that makes sense. Being a bit of a balance. So for me, finish 10th, a lot higher than obviously last season, and of course, you know, following season, try and kick on from there. Now, when we get to the nitty-gritty part, we're near the top 6 sort of position. In 9th position, I'm going to go for Millwall. They're actually a decent team, and Millwall's really weird. Like, Millwall can literally get beat by somebody, and then go on like a run of like 12 games on the bounce of winning. So I can see it happening quite a lot in their season for them, but I do see them falling just a little bit short over in 9th place. In 8th position, this team, for me, I don't know what it is, but they always seem to be in around there again, but never ever seem to actually go up, and that's Preston North End. they always seem to be in around the playoffs. And then, of course, towards the back end of the season, sort of fade away a little bit. And I don't really get what all that's about. Maybe that's just a mentality thing. I don't really know. But yeah, I'm going to put Preston in 8th. 7th position, it was a difficult one. It was between this team and, of course, another team. Bournemouth, I'm going to put in 7th. Now, bearing in mind they've just lost, 3 defenders. They're probably going to lose Callum Wilson. Chances are they're going to lose Josh King. Maybe there's a few decent midfielders as well. I don't see them maybe going straight back up again, but I do see them having a decent season. But once again, just falling short of the playoffs and finishing in 7th position. Now, top 6 time. In 6th position, I've gone for Swansea City. Last season, they're absolutely outstanding towards the back end of that, reformat, if you like, Once all the football came back, Swansea City hit the ground running, came to Middlesbrough and absolutely smashed us to bits. So yeah, I do think Swansea could have a decent season. I'm not saying they're going to go up, but I think, top 6, definitely. 6th position, Swansea City. Over in 5th, I'm going to go for their rivals in Cardiff City. These two were normally battled out all season long, to be fair. But I do think Cardiff, 5th, I think, listen, right, of course, Cardiff fans will be happy with that. And I think definitely this season, they're very, very unlucky, away at Fulham, second leg, they had all the ball really second half, and unfortunately for them, they just come in the back of the net. Could have been a different story inside the final if they were to get there. Who knows? So I'm going to go for Cardiff to finish 5th. In 4th, another very, very strong team inside the Championship, Nottingham Forest. Again, fell short literally on final day of last season. They're going to probably want to put that right. So yeah, I'm going to go for them in 4th. And in 3rd, I'm going to go for Norwich City. I don't see them going into the top 2, although, listen, it could be a possibility. And, of course, it could happen. But I just think, for me, I feel like there's 2 other strong teams above them. So, yeah, I'm going to put Norwich in 3rd and possibly in the playoffs. Who knows? In 2nd, I'm going to go for Brentford. Now, new stadium, new atmosphere, everything else around it. But last season, they were so unlucky. And every single season, they're trying to get further and further up. They're trying to get to that Premier League. So, for me, I think Brentford, 2nd. Going up automatically to the Premier League. And at the top of the league, Watford. I think Watford are going to be an absolute standout this season. If they can keep hold of Sarr and, of course, Troy Deeney. Them 2 players there, I think, will be absolutely vital for them inside the Championship. Troy Deeney especially. He seems to absolutely batter this league to absolute pieces. Watford have to keep hold of him if they want to, any sort of chance of going straight back up again. That's been my 1 to 24. Please let me know yours inside the comment section. Please drop a like. 30 likes would be absolutely outstanding. Please do subscribe if you're brand new around here. See you guys next time. Peace out.